So today we're gonna switch it up a little bit. I've been waiting to test out my G20B propane gas grill. And I figured the best way to do it is with a nice sirloin steak. So we're gonna take this thing outside, see how it heats up, how it sears, and if it can deliver the steak that we want. Y'all ready? Get in your kitchen, or let's get outside, let's go. Okay, before we start to throw down, let's talk about this propane gas grill. And for a compact setup, it actually does a lot. First, the performance. It has dual burners pushing out about 16,000 BTUs. So you're getting consistent heat whether you're searing steaks or cooking low and steady. It has a built-in thermometer so you can control your temps instead of guessing. Now let's talk about the build. You've got a stainless steel firebox and lid, so it's designed to handle heat and hold up over time. Plus, it's backed by a 1-year warranty, which is always good to have. And what I really like is it's set up as an all-in-one outdoor cooking station. You've got foldable side tables, storage baskets, hooks for your tools, even a bottle opener. So once you're outside, everything you need is in one place. You also get a generous cooking space so you can cook multiple things at once, whether it's steaks, sides, or a full meal for your family. The cast iron grates hold the heat really well so you get those clean sear marks and even cooking across the surface. And when you're done, the cleanup is simple with the removable grease tray and residue collector. This grill is not bulky, it weighs around 45 pounds and with wheels, so you can move it around your backyard, patio, or wherever you need it. Overall, you're looking for something easy to use, doesn't take up a ton of space, but still gives you real grilling performance. And this is a solid option. I'm gonna leave a link to this in the video description below. Check it out and let's get back to cooking. All right guys, let's go over our ingredients today. Not many because we're making steak and some vegetable kebabs. Back here, I'm using strip loin steak right here. You could use ribeye, whatever type of steak of your preference. For my vegetable kebabs, I'm using red onions, tomatoes, red bell peppers, green bell peppers, yellow bell peppers. And for my steak, we got our seasoned salt, onion powder, black pepper, and garlic powder. That's all I'm gonna use. I'm not gonna get fancy with it. Now, if you have a steak rub, you definitely can use a steak rub, but with steak, man, you don't have to do much. You can really just go with salt and pepper, but I like the garlic and onion powder infusion as well. So that's all you need. Let's get to it. The first thing we're gonna do is make our rub. Of course, we're gonna add our garlic powder to our bowl here, onion powder, seasoned salt, and black pepper. We're gonna just get at a quick mix, just like that. All right, we're gonna sit this aside, move it aside rather. Bring over our steaks. We're gonna hit our steaks with a little garlic infused olive oil. You can use regular olive oil if you want to, that's fine as well. Gonna get that rubbed in here like this on one side. Actually, we're gonna do it on both sides, but start off on this side, flip it over, same thing on this side. Next, we're just gonna take our rub. We're gonna sprinkle it here over the top like this. And you wanna make sure you season sides and everything. And I typically, I'm sure everybody knows it, those that do this, but if you don't, you wanna pat that seasoning into your meat. Yeah, you just wanna make sure you get this baby heavily seasoned. Let's flip it over. Let's do the other side. Same thing, press that seasoning into the meat like that. So now I'm gonna remove our steaks, put them on a plate and let them rest on a plate until it comes down to room temperature. Because they were in the refrigerator, I just want them at room temperature. This helps the steak cook evenly, all right? So we're gonna get this removed. So now we're gonna start building our kebabs. You can build your veggie kebabs any way you want to. You can use whatever veggie you want. These are the veggies that I had, so I'm using these particular ones. As you can see, I found me some zucchini, so I'm definitely gonna add that one. So there's no wrong or right way to build it out. It's not you gotta put tomato first or onion first. Just do it the way you wanna do it. But I typically like my tomatoes on the end. So, and let's add our yellow onion. Let's do our zucchini with my red onion. Then we need another color. We're gonna do red here. Well, I know it sounds red and red when that's really purple. Like that. Now we're gonna come with our green. Come back with a red tomato. My red bell pepper. All right, so we're just gonna rebuild this baby like we did. I'm gonna throw a zucchini here. This right here. Onion. That, and I'm going to end this with a tomato. Look at that right there. Nice little veggie skewer. All right, looks good to me. So now we're gonna prepare the last one. All right, so there's our second veggie kebab there. So I was able to get about 3 kebabs out of this. Take a look at what we got, man. That's beautiful. What we're gonna do with this, I'm gonna hit it with a little of that garlic infused olive oil, like that. I'm gonna hit it with a little seasoned salt and a little black pepper. I'm gonna turn that baby over. What's done on one side, we must do on the other. More garlic infused olive oil, hit it with seasoned salt, a little black pepper. All right, so now we're gonna go out here and crank up that grill and get started. All right, so now that we're at the grill, the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to turn our valve on here on our propane tank. That just opens up the release of the gas. Now we're gonna hit the ignite button, push it in, twist our knob to turn the broiler on. And as you can see, you probably can't see, but the fire is on right now. Turn that baby down to low. We'll put this back here on top. Throw our grill plate back on this side. This is the side we're going to cook our veggies. And this side we're gonna use to cook our steaks. Now I'm gonna remove this right here because I don't need this. You can just easily remove this off the top right here. This is just a rack where you can keep your food warm over the grill, but we're not gonna need that. And we're gonna let this baby heat up. We have our thermometer here. We're gonna let it heat up to around 450 degrees. Right between 450 and 500 is good before we start adding our steak. So while we wait on the grill to heat up, what I like about this grill, man, it has these foldable trays right here where you can set stuff on, like I got my presser for my steak. And over here, we have our food right here, our steaks and our kebabs right there. So right now, I'm not utilizing this tray right here, which I should be. I should have me some nice cold beers in there. So our grill is coming up to temperatures around 525 degrees. You wanna make sure that temperature is around 450 to 550 to make sure you get that nice sear. So we're gonna lift this baby up. The first thing I'm gonna add is our kebabs. We're gonna add these babies right here because they're gonna take longer to cook. This is about 10 to 15 minutes for our kebabs. We're gonna go in with our steaks now. And we're gonna sear these babies for 3 to 5 minutes per side. All right, guys, after that 2 minutes, we're gonna turn our steak over. Got a nice little color on that baby right there. And we're gonna do another 3 to 5 minutes on the other side. And yes, I am monitoring my steak's temperature with my Typhoon. So right now we're at 82 degrees. I like my steak medium, so we're gonna cook this baby to around 135, 140. All right, after about that other last 3 minutes, guys, take a look at this sear we got right here. Look at that sear on that steak right there. We're looking good right here. I want to get this part of the sear right here on this one here. We're gonna switch spots with this. See if we can get a nice sear on that side right there. Maybe about a minute or so. Our temperature is still good, around 108 degrees. We're trying to get that temperature around 135, 140. All right, we should be good with the sear now. Yes, sir. Take a look at that right there, man. We did our thing with this one here. Take a look at that. Since we haven't reached our temperature yet, we're just gonna turn our fire down and we're gonna just let the baby cook on a lower setting, a lower heat, until it gets to our desired temperature. It looks like right now, we're at about 125, 123. All right, guys, so we have reached our temperature between 135, 140. We're gonna go ahead and remove these babies. Man, this is looking great. Sit that right here. I'm gonna let those veggies cook just a little bit longer, maybe about another 2 minutes on the veggies. All right, so it looks like we're good on our veggies. We're gonna go ahead and get these babies lifted off of here as well. Sit them right here on our cutting board with our steak. Turn that eye off too. All right, we're gonna close this up. Let's head to our kitchen. So now we're back in our kitchen. We're letting our steak rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. Let those juices redistribute. After that's done, we're gonna cut into that baby, see what that grill was working with, and then we're gonna jump into quality control. All right, guys, we're gonna cut into this baby. Take a look at that, man. Just like I like it. Medium, just like that. And there you have it, guys. Grilled steak and veggie kebabs. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. We're gonna go ahead and jump into quality control. We gotta do a quick taste test. This baby's cooked perfect. It smells good. Let's go and get into it. All right, guys, it's quality control time. We're gonna bring these groceries to the front of the current gates. Take a look at that. Man, that baby's so steaky-y. Oh, man. Let's try this baby out. You got a ton of that baby. Look. You didn't see me pull. Saw me bite right into that thing. Oh, man. I almost want to drop the board. Let's try these veggies, man. Oh, man. Listen, that G20B gas grill did its thing. I'm gonna leave a link to that grill in the video description below, guys. You wanna check it out. For all the reasons I mentioned throughout the video, and this is the final reason, the results. Oh God, until then, y'all already know who I am. This is All Wings Everything, and remember, I'm not a chef, I'm just cook a lot, and I'm out. Peace.